Well, hello Lionhearts, it's your old pal Jordan the Lion. Today we are out in Newberry Springs and we are going to do a bit of exploring abandoned locations. And there are a lot of them out here, but what we're going to do today, the main one, is the old abandoned ROCK-A-HOOLA, also known as the Dolores Waterpark. Daze with Jordan the Lion begins now. Well, it's pretty sad. What started out as something called Lake Dolores, something a man built and named for his wife, over time drew motocross and all-terrain vehicle fans. They started adding a few amusement park rides and different things, and over time it became a full-blown water park. Let's go explore what was once a great treasure of the desert. Now the site's pretty much a place for people to come out and do graffiti and make art. Now, I guess what really happened here that made this all go downhill is that they had done a pretty heavy renovation, and in 1999, after hours, an employee went down one of the water slides and the bottom had very little water, and he became a paraplegic. Ended up suing the owner of the water park, got $4.5 million, and shortly thereafter they went bankrupt. And this is one of those water parks that had basically an entire river ride that went around the park. You would get in an inner tube and you could just lounge around the park. And then over the years, since people come out here pretty frequently, they ended up having some vandalism. Well, quite a bit, as you can see, but beyond just the art and everything else, they were coming out here and stripping all the metals and everything out of here they could get. And then a couple of the buildings were, they believe, accidentally set on fire. People come out here and do photo shoots and various things. Looks like there's an old inner tube out here. Now once it closed down, Ron Brown, who was he was an Olympiad and he was also a football player, got a group together and they were gonna buy this. And they did, and I believe they renovated it and everything, and once again, just no luck. Within a couple of years, they were also out of business, and it's pretty much been left like this since, I believe, 2007. Let's go wander through. How sad. When I was a kid living in Ohio, we used to go to what was called the Beach Water Park, which would have been very similar to something like this. But I do know we as people love abandoned locations, so I figured I'd come take a look at it before eventually someone does do something with it and remove it all. You can see the old water tower up there. Now in this building up here in the corner, you can see that it still says ROCK-A-HOOLA Waterpark. And if you would have come here when it was open, they would have been playing 50s and 60s music constantly. And it would have been fun for the whole family. So once it all closed down, they ended up selling off all the slides and all the rides and all that stuff. So here's the original entryway. This probably would have been a souvenir shop. Just by the way it's laid out, you probably would have got your ROCK-A-HOOLA water park shirt and all that stuff in there. Oh, this is interesting. Read this. Find someone who will trace the lines of your scars and ask you to tell them all the stories behind how they made you beautiful. So here you can see this entire building has been burned down. And then right off to the side of the entrance here, I believe this is where the lake was. Looks that way anyway. Half a toilet seat. Looks like there was a statue or something in the center at one point. Here would have been a central fountain. And then up there on the hills, you can see where the old water slides were. I believe I read that the big one here was sold to a place in Vancouver and is still in operations. That would have been a snack shack, I'm assuming. Smells a lot like paint fumes out here. In fact, I came by here last night. I was gonna vlog this last evening, and the sun was down a little bit too much for my liking, and there were like 7 cars parked out here. Now up there you can see where all the slides and everything were. You can even see where the staircase is that took you up to those slides. And then this would have been the river ride where you got in the inner tubes and you could float around the park here. Over there you can see some of the bracing where they would have had the slide coming down. Pretty sad to know that an employee that was breaking the rules by using the equipment after hours was kind of the reason that this all ended, but such is life. I'm not going to climb up there because it doesn't look safe and there's a lot of piping and various things going on, but well, maybe I'll climb some of the stairs. We'll see. There's a little, looks like what would have been a kiddie pool. And then more of the river ride. Now after it closed down, they intended, I guess there was an RV company that was going to buy the property and they were going to turn it into an RV park, and that didn't happen. And then Electric Daisy, the rave festival, had one of their festivals out here one year, but other than that, nothing much else. There you can see more fire damage right over here. Here's where you would have got in the river ride. There's another little snack shack over there. Then we're gonna cross this little bridge here and hope that it's secure. And it looks like over here we have kind of the kiddie pool area. I see a lot of connected slides. See this one going down into this little pool, into that slide over there. Then you can see the connecting slides over here as well. It does look like it would have been a lot of fun. Surprised they don't get a lot of skateboarders out here. This looks like this would be a skateboarder's heaven. I think we'll explore as much of it as we can. Another little bridge over there. Watch your step. So that's what it would have looked like coming down. Is that Homer Simpson? Kind of looks like him, huh? And it looks like there's another pool over here. Oh, it's an inlet for the river ride that just keeps going around. You can hear my echo. So you can see that just goes all the way around the whole park. Pretty crazy. I'm just having all these flashbacks of going to these kind of water parks when I was a kid. Just, wow, it's just kind of weird to see it in this state. Here you can see some of those pipe spoutings up there. Sorry, that was me. Then here's the burned down building. I believe they said that one of the buildings that was burned was the arcade. So that very well could have been this. Says Lost Island Pool. Kind of a cool experience, even though it's just literally now a bunch of junk. Just kind of takes you back in time. Let's go wander through this. To me, I just think it's kind of cool that they still have some of the ROCK-A-HOOLA signage out here. Looks part of a TV there. Oh, and here you can still see some of the tiling and the chicken wire that made this building. But over here you can see some of that tile. Alright, I think we're gonna start heading our way out of here. It was fun, but I'm a little bit depressed now. Just kind of seeing how much life has changed. Leaving like a vacationer would have that day. A new year, a new adventure, a new beginning, a new life, 2019. That is 100% true. You get one life, make it count. Make the right decisions. Even though this one's also destroyed, everything out here is destroyed, you can still see where the sign would have been back in the time. Looks like a cash box or something. What is that? So I'm guessing this would have been an eatery of some sort, judging by the openings here. What the heck is that guy doing? Oh, I see an advertisement for Tool. See, there's Tool. All kinds of interesting artwork. Oh, I guess Bob Ross was out here. It's funny. Doesn't look like a Bob Ross to me. Hi, Pikachu. Take a look at the crazy bathrooms here. That's what's left of the urinal dividers. Well, we are out of here, my friends. Have a good night and goodbye.